and welcome. This is Columbia Basin Research's sixth video in a multi-part series on using Program Atlas, which stands for Active Tag Life Adjusted Survival. Atlas is a program created by Columbia Basin Research at the University of Washington School of Aquatic and Fishery Sciences with funding provided by the Bonneville Power Administration and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Today, I'm going to show you how to load in and work with attribute files and how dual run mode functions. Let's start by firing up the program. Click on the Program Atlas icon or type Program Atlas into the Start menu. In this instance, choose Single Release. You can see here that I've already loaded my Single Release Atlas practice file, capture history data. Please load yours if you haven't done so yet. Program Atlas allows the user to load an optional attribute group file, allowing the analysis of a subset of the data. You can break down your data into the attributes of interest you would like to single out for examination. For example, tagger, tag lot, or release times. The attribute group file defines one or more attributes and assigns tag codes to the attribute values. It's a comma-separated value text file, or CSV. Let me open up my example in Excel. You can see here in my CSV file that I have unique tag codes here in column 1, then tagger A, tagger B, and tagger C in the tagger column, and then early and late here in the release column. Let's now load that CSV file into Program Atlas. Double-click on Load Attribute File and load in a copy of Attributes Atlas Practice File from whichever directory you've downloaded the file to. Click OK. Once the attribute group file is loaded, the user can then double-click on Select Attribute Group on the navigation panel to bring up the attribute group selection dialog. If multiple attributes are present, the user can select the attribute of interest at the bottom of the dialog. By default, all attribute values are selected. When a subset of the attributes is selected, all further analysis will only use the tags that have selected attribute values. Here, I've checked just tagger A. This will create analyses of my data based only on tagger A's tags. You can see here when I hit apply that the capture history has changed from accounting for all 2,499 tags to only accounting for the 833 tags by tagger A. This allows the user to see how specific attributes affect your capture history data. Your various reports will now only reflect the specific attributes you've chosen. Now let's look at what we can do with Multirun Mode and attributes. Scroll to the bottom of the navigation panel. Multirun Mode allows a separate run to be performed for each one of a set of attributes. An attribute group file must be loaded in order for the Multirun Mode to be enabled. Upon double-clicking Configure and Run on the navigation panel, the Setup dialog appears. I can then select the attributes of interest at the bottom of the dialog. The default is for all values of the selected attribute to be used. I can select and deselect these as desired. At the bottom of the list of attribute values is the Pool All value. If this is selected, the final run will include all data, so assure that it is unchecked if you wish to isolate specific attributes. Here, I've selected tagger A and tagger B. Once the desired attribute values have been selected, I can press Next to continue, which will bring up the Output Selection dialog. The available output types are organized under the headings for the types of output. If I have not loaded the tag life data and selected the tag life curves for all tag life files, the only output available will be the output under the Output Capture History Data Dependencies. All other output requires all of the tag life curves to be selected and fitted. At the bottom of the output selection dialog, I can select the directory where I want the desired output to be written. I create a specific folder on my desktop here called Atlas Attribute Specific Files, where I will have the outputted report stored. Upon clicking the Next button, after selecting the output types, a dialog box appears asking the user to press Run to begin the multi-run process. Note that once the multi-run process begins, the process takes some time, depending on what output is selected. Atlas outputs Multirun Mode reports as RTF files and plots as PNG files. The file names reflect the dataset name, the attribute value, the output type, and the tag life data file name. For plots that have user selectable options, a plot is created for each possible option, and the option is included in the file name as well. For example, the tag life detection plot, the user can select a detection site. So in Multirun Mode, a plot is created for each detection site. Here you can see I have created separate capture history reports, CJS reports, and cumulative CJS reports for both tagger A and tagger B. The resulting reports are formatted the same as those within Program Atlas, as you can see here when I open one up. The data generated in Multirun Mode allows you to isolate and then compare the effects your various attributes have on your dataset. This has been Lesson 6 on using Program Atlas, in which we demonstrated how to use attributes and Multirun Mode. This video is the final video in the series, so check back with videos 1 through 5 if you're wondering more about using Atlas for working more directly with full capture histories and tag life data. We hope that this video helps you get the most out of Program Atlas. Again, if you have any questions or comments in regard to Program Atlas, please fill out our survey as previously detailed. You can also contact Columbia Basin Research at web@cbr.washington.edu. Best of luck with your analyses, and thank you.